Pretty cool. Hey, welcome back to the farm. So got quite a lot to do today, and it starts with cleaning out that, let's see if I can figure out how to move my finger the right way, that red pickup, and that way I can cut and split and then stack in that red pickup some firewood, because the temperatures are dropping. We've got some 30s in the forecast, and we try to burn wood for heat as much as possible because electricity is expensive, if y'all hadn't noticed that. All right, y'all, I got the pickup cleaned out good enough to haul firewood now. I made most of it disappear in my scrap pile or somewhere inside my barn, of which I really need to clean out and sell a bunch of junk. It's a big old barn with a lot of stuff. Now we can get to getting some firewood ready to go. Got to put a chain on the chainsaw, and got a new chain for my chainsaw, and I don't know if the log splitter will fire up or not. I put a new carburetor on it last year, so we'll see how that works. Hopefully it'll fire right up and I won't have to buy another carburetor. It's much cheaper to buy a new carburetor for $15-20 than it is to work on that thing for half a day and still not get it running. They don't build things like they used to, so I'll just jump on Amazon and buy a new carburetor. A whole lot quicker and easier to put a new carburetor on than it is to soak and try to get all them little jets and things cleaned out. I got a brand new chain for my steel chainsaw. I'm gonna try to match it up. There's so many different ones, but I'm gonna try to match it up and make sure I got the right one. Hopefully I did. We'll see what happens. I can get it all untangled. Well, I'm making it worse. Let's see. I got it. How about that, y'all? Brand new chain. And that's backwards. Looks like it might be a little bit long. Just a little bit too long. I did buy the wrong size chain. And I was gonna put it up and take it back, but I'm gonna see first if I don't have, this is a 16-inch bar for a steel chainsaw, but I'm gonna see if I've got an 18-inch bar and if it'll work with a steel. I don't know. So I just don't know. I'm just gonna have to try to find out. So I have motorcycles driving by. I do have an 18-inch bar, but it's a little bit different than a standard bar. This is Oregon. I don't know if it'll fit the steel. Definitely Definitely a little bit different setup. This particular bar has a chain that you can sharpen on the outside. And I don't know if that's the same or not anyhow. I didn't like it. It doesn't work as good as it's advertised. Doesn't work as good as advertised, but it was worth looking at. So, set the steel case out of the way. I'm thinking this is a home light, but I can't remember if it's a 16 or an 18-inch bar. It's a 16. Chain. So that bar I was talking about, this clips on the end of it, and you mash against it. You push this down while the chain is running, and this little rock right here is supposed to sharpen the outside edge of your chain. Most of the time you sharpen the inside edges on each tooth of a chain. This does it. It's supposed to be fast and easy, but it didn't work as good as advertised. I've got one more saw that might have an 18-inch bar on it. And I think it does. A little bit rust on it. I don't know if this Husqvarna will work or not. I don't know if the bar is interchangeable. I've never tried to put a different bar on this steel. Yeah, it looks like. Like a completely different setup. The end of this bar is not in super good shape, but I sure would like to have that brand new chain working today. Not a whole lot of difference. That might work. I think it will. Let me see. Okay, it goes like that. Feels like the chain's too big, too thick for the bar. So even though the bar was long enough and works, it's still not going to work. Just a little bit different because it's a steel saw, and this one's a Husqvarna, which makes sense. A lot of saws are interchangeable, but not all of them. And the steel, in my opinion, is the best saw on the market. So if I was the best saw on the market, I wouldn't make my stuff interchangeable either. Make it stand out, stand alone. This saw's had a little water in the compartment, looks like. Got a little rust on the bar and the chain there, which that'll pull right up. Shouldn't be a problem. Okay, the Husky goes back up. I actually have another brand new chain for this old pooling. This is my oldest saw I've got, but I had it worked on last year. Just tuned up, not really worked on. I bought a new chain for it, but I have not used it. Maybe it'll start, maybe it won't. And I'm gonna put a new chain on it and see. A little bit different. This is the new chain for that Husqvarna, I mean for the pooling. But I need to put this chain up. This is the chain for the steel. You put it up, take it back, get the right length. I got the right pattern, I just didn't get the right length. That'd be a lot easier without my gloves on. Okay, well, I may or may not use this today. Just depends on if I can get that pooling started. But I'm gonna put it back together whether I use it or not. Okay, now that's all right. Okay, so before I take it all apart, put a chain on it, put a new chain on it, I want to see if it'll run. If I can get it started or not. I had it worked on, but I have not even tried to start it since then. I just had it in my barn. Maybe it'll start, maybe it won't. Yeah, that should be a good prime. Got the choke on. Alright, so it started. Now, I'll change the blade, the chain. Been a pretty good saw right here if you've never used a pulling chainsaw. I'd like to have a 20-inch bar. Maybe I'll buy me one for one of my Husqvarnas. I got a couple Husqvarnas, and I need a little bit longer bar sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. I might get me one. Little 20-inch. It'd be nice to put on my steel. That's my main saw. That's why I was wanting to change that chain out. That's the one that does the lion's share of all my cutting. It's a good saw. But so is this little pulling. I wouldn't compare it apples to apples, but this little pulling does its job. Hopefully, I got the right chain here. Looks like it. I know the length's right. That's all I can tell you for sure is the length is right. The length is right. So that's the right direction. I don't know if you've never messed with a chainsaw, they can be awful greasy because you put that bar oil in them and that gets all over them. But without the bar oil, it'll just burn up. You gotta have it. It's part of working with them. So I got to slide this adjuster back. See that adjuster right there? It hooks into that bar and tightens the chain for me. But that chain has not been stretched like the old one, so it wouldn't fit back where it was at. Yeah. Now I got to tighten the chain. Turn this around a little bit so y'all can kind of see what I'm doing. So that little screw right there connected into a little hole in the bar that pushes the bar out when I turn it to the right. And by pushing the bar out, tightens the chain. That's pretty snug right there. You don't want to get them too tight, you burn them up. So, I think we're going right there. This old chain probably still be sharpened, so I'm gonna put it back in the package that the new one came out of. And I bought another chainsaw box, but that burn bar is missing, so got to go find that before I can do that. But I'll look at that later. I will put, actually, yeah, I'm gonna put that pulling back in this box when I'm done, so keep the tools and the extra chain in here with it. But before I filled up the gasoline, now I need to fill up the bar oil. Like I said, if you do not fill up or keep the bar oil full, you can burn up your bar and your chain. And if you do that, they won't cut nothing. A properly maintained saw, whoops, I made a big mess. A properly maintained saw can do a lot of work. But if you don't maintain it, it's only going to work for a little while. All right, that's all is ready to go. All I got to do is start it. I'll take y'all over here. This is my wood lot. So I've got some trees that are monstrous, but there is a lot of wood here, guys. And what I've done is I just caught one of those guys that did tree removals and asked them if I could get some of their wood chips. So they brought me these wood chips, and I can use them for compost or just for dressing up around trees or whatever up there in the high tunnel. But I got several piles of free wood. So the guy shows up, the first load, I made him here to unlock the gate. Even got a couple loads way up yonder by the fence. The guy shows up with the first load of wood chips and asked me if I wanted the wood too. And of course I said yes. So I think what I'm gonna try to do is set y'all up right here, and I'm gonna cut in that area. I gotta cut them logs down to 14 to 18 inch lengths. I think we can get started. The only problem that I've had with this wood is he cuts it in oddball lengths. Sometimes I have to cut it too short, shorter than I would like, but it's still free and it still heats my home and saves me a lot of money on electricity. So I'm okay with it being oddball length. Well, lot to be said for a sharp saw. And the terrapin, y'all, he does not like it in here. May not be the strongest motor, but it's a mighty little saw. It does a good job. Don't know if y'all seen that a while ago, but there's a little terrapin hiding up in there. And he's got, I don't know, red on his legs. Oh, Houston from Arms Family Homestead, he likes them terrapins. I don't know if this is super common or not. I'm not a turtle guy, but might tag Houston and Arms Family Homestead in this when I finish the video. We're going to set him in a safe place and let him go on. Come out of his shell a little bit. Pretty cool. Just fine. Soil ain't icing very good. Goes a whole bunch more motorcycles. Well, that ain't all I'm gonna cut today, I guarantee it. See if I can figure out what's wrong with this saw. See that pile of wood over there is separated because that's all pecan wood. I don't think I'm out of gasoline, and I'm not. Maybe it just lost its prime. Okay, maybe we got it. Just lost its prime. Cutting funny angles, sometimes it'll do that. I gotta try to set y'all up where I don't have my back to you. I don't want to moon y'all or nothing. I think I'm gonna put you on the other side of the pile. Over by the terrapin. I'll run up there and give her a message, and we'll try to get that splitter going. That's a used splitter that I bought from a really good friend of mine, Joe Culberson. Shout out to you, Motormouth. We love you and we miss you. Joe and his wife Susan was really close friends of ours. Treated us like we was their kids, and they moved off to Kansas on us. Joe's kind of quiet, so I nicknamed him Motormouth. He doesn't say much, but when he does, you better listen, because he's a pretty wise man. Well, it's not halftime yet, but OU might win a game today. And if you don't already know, here at the Dyer Family Farm, we're Oklahoma State fans. OU fans second. I still like OU because they're from Oklahoma, but I'm die-hard OSU. My son and my money went to school at OSU. But right now, 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Oklahoma's ahead of Kansas, 35-14. And Oklahoma State still has 2 hours before they kick off. But, all right, I'll be back. All right, y'all, here's a change of plans. I'll wait till late in the year when it cools off to cut firewood, because I don't like cutting it in the heat. And as you can tell by my face, I'm pretty hot right now. It's 90 degrees outside, and we got storms coming. So my son showed up, and I helped him with a couple of little things. And so we are done with the firewood for today, and we'll get back on it next weekend probably. That way we can get some before it gets too bad. If I had to, I got a half a pickup load I can run out there and load up that doesn't need split. So if you like what you see on our channel, consider subscribing. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video, and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of the videos as we load them. God bless. Go out and be a blessing for someone else today. Bye-bye.